All right, so my apologies. So I had to stop off it. You see my air. Anybody from this area knows my air. You guys, I hadn't been onto this side for. I haven't taken the yellow line so long. I used to be on this side of the river all the time. But you can't. I don't know why I made that mistake. I was like, shoot. I was expecting Pentagon City before Pentagon because we went right to Pentagon. Pentagon City's right after Pentagon. It was my air. So I jumped on the blue and ended up here. So I feel like this is where the Lord wanted me. And when he doesn't just outright tell me this is what we're doing today, you kind of take it like that. So the only thing I desperately had to go pee, man. That was the thing. I desperately had to go pee. So like, there's no place to pee in the subway stations at all. I mean, so I got jumped around, you know. I peed behind Congress Heights Station, then banging all around. So I jumped off here to pee. As I'm getting off, here's the Arlington National Cemetery. I jumped the fare gate, and this guy says, "Excuse me, sir." Just as I'm pulling down my trousers to take a leak behind the elevator, I jump the jump, get out, and I'm behind. "Excuse me, sir." I said, "Yes, damn it." He was in a brand new, beautiful Cadillac limousine. It ended up being a hearse, as it was. Yeah, beautiful woman in the passenger seat. It was clear they're headed to they have 20 a day here, over 20 a day. At least those are the most recent numbers. You take the tour, they'll say 30. But so he says, "Is there any place I could use the restroom?" "Sir," I said, "Buddy, you just interrupted me. Just anywhere is fine, pal." He says, "Yeah, but like a real one." I said, "Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I'm the limo driver." I said, "Just down the way is the International Welcome Center. You come from all over the world, you go right through there." He goes, "You don't have to." I get it. "It's free and easy like Miami, buddy. You'll go through. There will be a scan, but it's lightning fast, and they never stop you." So the only thing I could think. So my big success right here was to go pee. Hey, McClellan. But we're gonna go look. I'm gonna make good use of the time. We're gonna go look at the jump. Hold on, McClellan. Boy, that man didn't want to attack, did he? Boy, you know how to make an arm if you don't know how to use one, friend. He said, that's where I picked up I lifted that phrase from Lincoln. He wrote McClellan, "Your unwillingness to attack is embarrassing in the extreme. You must attack." He even swung by his house, McClellan's house. The president swings by one of the assistants. Said, he's taking a shower, or I don't know, he's having dinner or something. He said, "Tell him if he would just attack, I will hold his horse if he'll just attack." Like, there's no need for dick measuring here. The president's here. I don't care. I'm the boss. You're the boss. I don't care. I'll hold your fucking horse if you just attack. So yesterday was Armistice Day, or Veterans Day. So I guess the 20 veterans that clip themselves every day have rights to end up here. I don't know how that works, but okay. Yeah, it's original Maryland rock. They get them jumps local. All right, they just buried someone right here. Those are dust covers for the chairs. We're here, man. I don't want, please. I just, gee whiz. As I've said before, let me give a quick rundown. If you missed the last or the 2 albums ago, this is for if you enjoyed this rise and fall of the subprime folly. You can appreciate this. The bonds, right, that help destroy the country. So I kind of compare it to that. It's kind of how I enjoy. You have a security rating. This is all Lee's property chopped into 3 parts. There's, in the back, there is their most hollowed ground in, arguably their most hollowed ground in military history. The Honor Guard is back there, and like the Spartans, they like to suck each other off. And I'm sorry, I don't need to be. No, is it fuck? Yeah, no, it's on. It's fucking on, man. The White House that was burned down in 1812 is buried there. Fort Whipple is up there. That's General's Row. Now that has, I would call it D- security. I've shown that through a lot of videos. This security here is an absolute F. F-. And over there is the Pentagon. This is all Lee's property. This is chopped up into 3, triple frontier. I would give the Pentagon a AA rating. They're ready to kill you. They're not AAA, but there's AA. They're ready to kill you. Mainly because people will show up there and they kill there. So it's a kind of a fair game thing. It's like, we know people show up there to kill. We're ready to kill. They had, when I was working at GW, I imagine historians are going to sort through all my shit or whatever, but sometimes let me give you some help. I worked at the airport right over here, right down there. You see them taking off there for 9 months or 10 months. And you're like, well, your W-2 records will show that you're only there 7 months. You know, you'll see a lot of that shit. I used temp agencies to get in originally because you're trying out the job. I don't know if it's going to work for me, right? And yeah, that's one heck of a way to get on at places maybe that you wouldn't initially get. That's what it's you matriculate in. That's how. So if you like, well, he was working for Vortex for only, he says this long. He only. No, I started there through a temp company, and there's so just. I don't know how I got started on that, but I'm just saying people will go, "Wow, he's lying. He wasn't there for that." It's like, no, there's, I don't know. I can't explain everything, but so okay. So when I was at thank you very much. When I was at GW, they had a Pentagon officer die. He was they came. Apparently, the gentleman it immediately calls to mind Asia or Japan. He was killed to death with a fucking butcher knife. You could see how they're fucking amped up over there. Do you understand? And where does that happen? It happens in Japan. You're not. I think they have like gun. Yeah, they're not allowed. Oh, there's a Marine Corps jump right here. They've disarmed the Japanese. So if they want, like, one guy killed himself by drinking bleach or pesticide or something. I don't know what it was. They have to find alternative ways to commit their crimes. When I heard he was stabbed to death, I imagine that he thought that when he got here, he couldn't get through Pentagon subway station with his gun or something. I don't know. Or end of his rope, but anyway, it's a AA, just short of a AAA rating in my view at the Pentagon. This here's an F-. It's absurd. you get a D minus at their most hollowed ground. You have some cute decorative fencing up. That is like the mortgage bond problem. They packaged it all. There was some stout mortgages bundled into those AA rated bonds. But there's also stuffed in there a bunch of horse shit. And if you looked more carefully, you realized, holy crap, they're filled with ninja loans, which is no income, no job. We'll just hand it out. So it's what you have here. So as Eisman says in the movie, the dramatized version, he says, so what you're telling me is these double A's, these triple B's, they're dog shit, or the CDOs are dog shit wrapped in cat shit. And that's what I'm trying to say here is you have dog shit wrapped in cat shit. This is sort of I wouldn't even call it an anchor. It's just, yeah, I mean, okay, so anyway, so while I'm here, I'm going to make good use of my time. The only thing that came to mind while I'm here, I'm like, I want to check the helipad. Because I've tried to argue in the event of an attack on General's Row, it's at your discretion. I've done a lot of great pre-planning here, but you need to decide whether that's an investment you want to make on the night in question. If you're talking about a much larger, like, in military parlance, you want to, like, divide and conquer. So you want to take the middle land and it separates the two. You see what I'm saying? So you kind of have that here, but I don't know what an individual's objectives might be who takes on, what exactly are you thinking? How far are you wanting to go with that? My view with the strike on General's Row was just that, just General's Row. I call it, the triple candy or whatever. There's 3 ways to get it, and it's very difficult. Zarqawi was difficult to hit. We dropped the F-16s, turned around, dropped a 500-pound bomb, boom, blew up his house. The spotter in the tree says, the cocksucker's rolling around in the fucking front lawn. Can you come back? So the F-16 hauls ass back, drops another, boom. They finally got him. I'm pretty sure that somehow his corpse survived. He's dead, but the pictures of him was... At any rate, my argument is simply it's a General's Row type thing. These are the individuals who are responsible for the war atrocities in the Middle East that I've been informed about, and I just believe that that's justice, I don't really command an army right now, you know what I mean? So I don't, and you sort of cut off, that would scare the living shit out of everyone in Washington that matters, that knows how this goes here. It'll scare the shit out of everyone. I mean, that'll fuck everyone up. It'd be like the John Roberts nomination where everyone just shut their fucking mouth. There's a saying, there's this guy that elocutes is hilarious on the South Side, big black man. He always has these strange turns of phrase, but the other day he's arguing with somebody and he says, oh, you about to get quiet. You about to get quiet. I was like, damn, that's a pretty fucking good one. You about to get quiet. So my argument was for a hit and run, because you could have all night to move your jumps in. I already showed how they have the sewers, the storm drain system is not even is a highway up their ass. I really like putting the candy there, detonating there, and you have your last night where it all goes off. You shoot your 120 millimeter mortars up there. That'll send everyone running, But that's my concern is you detonate General's Row. It's not an automatic kill. It's actually hard to kill people. So that's why I'm saying you have to have, I said I don't want to disclose the third one. I've given it away in a sense. How do you get up there? How do you get within, They're hiring, I said last month, they're paying $18.75 an hour up there to anyone who's willing to come up and slice their pizzas for them. Can you turn a circle into triangles? I bet you could do it high, buddy. Do you know how? Imagine you're at home with your kids. You bake a pizza in the oven, and you take a little thing. Can you cut slices for your kids? Oh, well, there you go. You know, when we pulled this off at Capitol Hill, Randy George, chief of staff, General's Row. He has quarters one, I believe, man. I mean, he's TDC, top dead center. All right. Yeah, did everything but play grab ass with the cocksucker. So my point is, the objective, my thing is, you fuck up their testicles. I mean, just mutilate and fuck up their testicles. Who's the guy that wrote, I think he might have passed away. He's a thesis advisor. How do you do a thesis? Your thesis, he says, don't take on a big thesis. It needs to be narrow and deep. You go broad and narrow, no bueno. No bueno. His name was Umberto Eco. That's my thesis out there. Narrow and deep. This is the No Consolations crew, buddy. That's why I'm saying, in my mind, you might ignore the helipad here at the Pentagon. Because you have... It's one click back to where you need to be, your extraction point. I've shown you how to get underneath the freeway, and there's an extraction going that way. You've seen how fast the helicopters take off. In my mind, they're really going to have to take stock and gather their thoughts. They just rolled out of bed. They told this is real world and it's real fucked up. That's the two things they're going to have to digest immediately. Not only is it real world, it's real fucked up. The helicopter moves faster than shit. That's not going to be the delay. The delay is, do I text my kids I love you? Do I stop to pray? What should I tell my comrades coming right behind me? It's rolling them out of bed. Which, if they're doing their job, they're not in bed, they're on standby, right? So, again, I've argued, I like, yes, sir? Cocksucker. I like narrow and deep on General's Row. And then you get the hell out of here. You already have your, as I made clear in the video, that you already checked in 2 nights prior to your place on Martha's Vineyard. You're gonna need 4 or 5 days to think things over. It's gonna get weird in the press, right? If you show up the same morning or just a few hours after this shit goes down, I'm sorry, but people at Martha's Vineyard know, they understand how the world turns. You need to have it's a 5-6 man job. You need to have 2 men have already checked in at Martha's Vineyard, your little weekend retreat. Made you scene of, they saw you taking out the trash or taking an order of pizza and ice cream at the door that was delivered. Yeah, they're gonna see that we got world-class Captain America cocksuckers have just showed up, and there was this huge hit. Yeah. How should we go? Well, I don't know what that means. Oh, shit. Right at him. Okay. Advantages, I've shown this before. You have running water. Running water is critical, man, at the blue jumps. It's the first thing Who's the Greek god of cleaning battlefields? Ajax. What did soldiers... It's the first thing a soldier wants after he's been shot. Water. Water and probably his mama. and Lord Jesus. Yeah. Highly encourage you to cultivate a relationship with Mother Mary. Discover graces you never thought of, dreamed of. And boy, we're gonna need them soon. So this here, these are just cremated remains. They're ashes. If you've seen the video that I shown of going up underneath, guys, it's like a 4-foot. It shouldn't be so easy. I mean, it's absurd. Right up there, Keister, baby. Right up there, Keister. I like the idea of letting this helicopter, giving this... Okay, now here's more assets. Restrooms. Okay, there's your... Okay. So... Yeah, did you catch that? Was the camera able to pick that up? An older gal knitting. It has the most beautiful thing though. It sounded like she was crying as well. She come out here to be with her loved one and mourn. I choke up easy. Let's I don't want to go out that way. Okay. That was beautiful. However, if you're more ambitious, and you discover what I've discovered, and if you feel like I feel, you feel like you got the antidote, well, then maybe you you do actually invest one man to train your weapon on the helipad. I feel like this is my most favorite. Surely you have seen the videos I've done on the hit on General's Row. On those I am most pleased. There's a chopper there. So, okay, yeah, there's okay, be careful. I'm sorry. Can we just go? Oh, who's that? Oh, it's just a gardener. I think being a gardener is like the coolest thing in the world. Here's a little heaven trivia for you. It is reported that there's one individual in heaven that speaks with Jesus more than anybody. I'll give you 3 guesses. First 2 don't count. It's rumored that it's his gardener. It just freaked me out because he had yellow letters on the back. You know, they should have. You know, this land splits to 2. These are your ninja loans. These are the ninja loans right here that are guaranteed to fail. What is this? There's your Pentagon. And that's how it's what I call magical thinking. Most Americans suffer from it. This makes me nervous to film it now. It's just too easy. I mean, it's just too much. It's magical thinking. It's very much an American and a Protestant thing. So if you want to know if on that you get lost, jammed up, you don't understand, you're trying to find your pal, he's going to be posted up where there's that sign there. But very, very specifically where these ashes end. There's a different fence there connecting to the Pentagon. Despite what you think, it doesn't get harder near the Pentagon, it gets easier. Just a freeway bisecting there. But I'm going to terminate the video at the helipad. And you want to draw as many, you understand, you got to use the tactical advantage in your favor. If you see a pilot running to the chopper, let as many people get near the chopper as possible. You understand here? That's the thing, think ahead here. Just be patient. Your mind's going to be racing. You got to be patient. It's like when you first learn how to scuba dive. Your first few dives, then the advanced diver tells you, okay, now we're going to work on preserving your oxygen. You're like, shit, no kidding? You go down and you control your breathing, right? Well, it's the same thing with ammunition. It's the same thing with, you got to know you have the advantage. Otherwise, you're going to be, they call it over in the Middle East, they call it spray and pray. They would just, they close your eyes and spray the bullets. You spray and then pray that Allah blesses you, or what, you know what I'm saying. But you got to think several steps ahead. Walk yourself through it. Like they say in NFL and college football. Take mental reps. Take mental snaps. Okay, new play. What do? The guy breaks left, I go right. Take them in your head. You know. So you don't just fire the first fucking soldier from the Pentagon that races out to get into the chopper. You wait until there's many around the chopper, because once you do that, they're gonna be like, I'm under fire, take cover. Like I said, where the two fences meet. So, where the two fences meet, plus 10 or 15 yards. This is a good spot here. That's the helipad, but I want to get you a better view. Hold on. That's the helipad right there. You guys, you know why Americans are absolutely, there's no way you'll ever take our guns? It's this thing right here. Because government cannot be trusted. This is why. And I'm sorry about, I don't know much about like Sandy Hook and all that. You know, blame your government for not protecting, aren't children more important than gold? How easy do you think it is for me to walk into Fort Knox? Break my fucking head open. But you can walk into any fucking school and just light up like it's fucking Christmas. Like it's jihad fucking Christmas. You're blaming gun owners. Gun owners have to keep the government honest. That's why we have the Second Amendment. The First Amendment is for me to be able to do this. That's the helipad. See the big white H on the ground? Look at the Frederick Douglass Bridge there.